In a little house with a big green yard lived a little boy named Pete. Pete had messy brown hair that always looked like he'd just woken up from a wonderful dream. And big, curious eyes that saw magic in everything. Pete was full of questions, like why the sky was blue and how birds learned to sing. But his biggest question of all was, where does food come from? One sunny morning, as Pete munched on a slice of juicy red tomato, he asked his mum, "Mum, can we grow tomatoes like this one?" "Oh." His mum smiled, her eyes twinkling like the morning dew. "Of course we can, my little sprout. In fact, I think we have the perfect spot." She led Pete to a forgotten corner of the backyard. It was a bit of a mess, with sleepy old weeds and grumpy-looking stones scattered all around. "It doesn't look like much now," his mom said. "But with a little love and a lot of work, this will be our very own garden." Pete's eyes widened with excitement. A real garden! Their adventure began the next day. The sun felt warm and cozy on their backs as they got to work. Pete put on his little gardening gloves, which made his hands look like a friendly bear's paws. His mum handed him a small shovel. "First, we have to wake up the soil," she'd explained. Together, they dug into the earth. Pete giggled as wiggly worms said hello, squirming through the rich, dark soil. The ground smelled fresh and earthy, like the whole world was taking a deep, happy breath after a long nap. They pulled out all the stubborn weeds and cleared away the stones, making a soft, fluffy bed for their future plants. Next came the most magical part, planting the seeds. Mom opened a small paper packet. Inside were tiny, flat seeds. "These," she said, holding one out on her palm, "will become big, juicy red tomatoes." Pete carefully took a seed. It felt so small in his hand. How could something so tiny grow into the big tomatoes he loved? He poked a little hole in the soil with his finger, just like his mum showed him, and gently dropped the seed inside. He tucked it in with a soft blanket of dirt, whispering, "Good night, little seed. Grow big and strong." Then, they planted seeds for crunchy green peppers. Pete imagined them hanging like little green lanterns from the plants, patted down the soil, and gave their newly planted seeds a gentle drink of water from a bright blue watering can. The water made little dark circles on the ground, like a polka dot blanket. Now, the hardest part began, the waiting. Every single day, Pete would run to the garden. "Have they sprouted yet?" he'd ask, peering at the empty patch of dirt. "Patience, my little gardener," his mum would say with a smile. "Growing takes time. The seeds are busy working underground, getting ready to say hello to the sun." Pete learned to be patient. He'd check the soil to see if it was thirsty and carefully water the garden. He'd sit beside the patch, telling the seeds stories about his day and singing them little songs he made up. He watched as busy bees buzzed around the other flowers in the yard, and he learned how they helped plants grow. Then, one morning, something incredible happened. Pete ran to the garden as usual, but this time, he saw it. A tiny, bright green speck was poking its head out of the soil. "Mum, Mum, come quick," he shouted, his voice filled with pure joy. It was the first sprout, reaching up towards the sky. Soon, another appeared, and then another. It was like the earth was waking up with a green smile. Pete felt a flutter in his tummy. He had helped this little plant come to life. Weeks turned into a month. The tiny sprouts grew into strong, green plants with big leafy arms. Pete watched, fascinated, as small yellow flowers bloomed on the tomato and pepper plants. His mom explained that these flowers were a promise of the vegetables to come. And she was right. Soon, the flowers fell away, and in their place, tiny green balls began to appear. Pete knew these were his baby tomatoes. He watched them every day as they grew bigger and bigger, slowly changing from green to a warm orange, and finally, to a brilliant, shiny red. The peppers grew long and green, looking crisp and ready to crunch. The day finally came when their very first tomato was perfectly ripe. It was a beautiful, round, red jewel, sparkling in the sunshine. "It's ready, Pete," his mom said, her voice filled with pride. With his heart thumping with excitement, Pete gently twisted the tomato from its vine. It felt warm from the sun and smelled sweet and green. He had grown it. From a tiny, tiny seed to this amazing, delicious-looking tomato. He then picked a perfect, crunchy green pepper. Back in the kitchen, they washed their harvest. Pete's mom chopped the bright red tomato and the crunchy green pepper. She added some crispy lettuce and a sprinkle of cheese. "We'll call it our backyard salad," she announced. Pete took his first bite. The tomato was bursting with flavor, sweeter and juicier than any tomato he had ever tasted before. The pepper was so crunchy and fresh. It was the best salad in the whole wide world. Because they had grown it together with their own two hands. Eating their backyard salad, Pete looked at his mom and smiled the biggest smile. He had learned that food didn't just come from a store. It came from the earth, from a tiny seed, a little bit of sunshine, some water, and a whole lot of love and patience. And you can do it too. Fine. A little spot in your yard, or even in a pot on a sunny windowsill. Ask your family to help you plant a seed. It could be a tomato, a pepper, or maybe some sweet strawberries. Watch it grow, take care of it, and soon you'll be able to taste the magic of growing your own food. It's a wonderful adventure waiting for you, right in your own backyard. One sunny morning, Pete woke up with a giant smile. He had a secret, a wonderful, green, and growing secret, right in his backyard. For weeks, he had been a very patient gardener. He had planted tiny seeds in 2 neat, square garden beds, watered them every day, and watched as the sun warmed the soil. And now, his garden was a treasure trove of vegetables. Pete felt a happy little flutter in his chest. He couldn't wait to show his creation to his very best friend, Dahlia. Dahlia loved all things that grew from the earth, especially flowers with bright, cheerful petals. He ran to the phone and called her, "Dahlia, you have to come over. I have the biggest surprise in my backyard." Dahlia, with her brown hair tied up in 2 bouncy ponytails, was just as excited. "I'll be right there, Pete," she chirped. Soon, Dahlia arrived, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. 2. Pete grabbed her hand and led her through the house, out the back door, and into the sunny yard. "Close your eyes," he whispered. Dahlia giggled and covered her eyes with her hands. Pete guided her a few more steps, and then said, "Okay, open them," Dahlia gasped. Before her were the two most beautiful garden beds she had ever seen. One was filled with round, shiny red tomatoes, glowing like little jewels in the sun. The other bed was a mix of colors. There were long, green peppers, their skins smooth and waxy, and peeking out from the rich, dark earth were the bright orange tops of carrots. The air smelled fresh and earthy. A gentle breeze made the tomato plants sway, as if they were dancing just for them. "Wow, Pete!" Dahlia exclaimed, her voice full of awe. "You grew all of this yourself?" Pete puffed out his chest with pride. "I did. I had to wait for the seeds to sprout, and then for the little plants to get bigger and bigger. Sometimes I thought they would never grow." Dahlia gently touched a tomato leaf. "It's like magic," she whispered. Pete nodded. "It is. It's nature, magic." My mud says that being patient is the secret ingredient. The sun felt warm and cozy on their backs as they explored the garden. Pete showed Dahlia how he had to pull out the pesky weeds to give his vegetables room to grow. Explained that the vegetables needed plenty of sunshine and water to become big and strong, just like kids need healthy food to grow big and strong too. That afternoon, Pete's mom gave them 2 little baskets. "Time to harvest," she said with a smile. Pete and Dahlia carefully picked the ripe vegetables. They twisted the red tomatoes from their vines, snapped the green peppers from their stems, and with a gentle tug, pulled the bright orange carrots from the ground. It was like a treasure hunt. They giggled as they brushed the dirt off a particularly long and funny-shaped carrot. With their baskets full, they took their treasures into the kitchen. They washed the vegetables under cool running water, watching the colors become even brighter. With Pete's mom helping, they chopped the tomatoes, sliced the peppers, and grated the carrots. They mixed everything together in a big bowl, creating a rainbow salad. Pete and Dahlia felt so proud. They hadn't just made a salad, they had grown it. Sitting at the table, they each took a big bite. The tomatoes were sweet and juicy, the peppers were crunchy, and the carrots had a delightful snap. It was the most delicious salad they had ever tasted. "Everything tastes better when you grow it yourself," Dahlia declared with her mouth full. Pete agreed, munching happily. "And it makes you super strong." Dahlia looked at Pete, her eyes shining with a new idea. "Pete," she said, "I want to have a garden too. But I want to grow flowers. Big, yellow sunflowers and pretty pink roses." Pete thought that was a fantastic idea. "We can be garden buddies," he said. "You can grow flowers, and I can grow vegetables, and we can share everything." The very next day, Pete and Dahlia told all their friends at the park about their garden adventure. They explained how eating vegetables like carrots and peppers helps you run faster, jump higher, and think smarter. They told everyone how fun it was to get your hands a little dirty and watch a tiny seed turn into something you can eat. You should all ask your families to start a garden, Dahlia announced. You can grow yummy food and beautiful flowers. Well, the kids got excited, chattering about what they would want to grow. Pete and Dahlia smiled at each other. They had shared their secret, and now the magic of nature was spreading, one little seed at a time. And you can do it too. Fine. A little spot in your yard, or even in a pot on a sunny windowsill. Ask your family to help you plant a seed. It could be a tomato, a pepper, or maybe some sweet strawberries. Watch it grow, take care of it, and soon you'll be able to taste the magic of growing your own food. It's a wonderful adventure waiting for you, right in your own backyard. Thank you so much for watching our story. We hope you feel inspired to eat your veggies and maybe even start your own little garden. It's a wonderful adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time.